Welcome to the Techie YouTube channel. This is the 6th video in the series where we're looking at different types of networks using the NetSim. So far, if you've been following along, the last one that we did was the Smurf attack, and the next one we're going to look at is the man in the middle attack. A man in the middle attack is often used to pretend to be somebody else that you're not, so that you can gain packets of data from somebody else's machine, which can allow data breaches. So if we have a look at this one, we're going to be sending data. So we're going to trick Alice into encrypting her message with Eve's key, but we also need to make sure that Bob can still read the message by encrypting it with his key. To beat this level, you need to trick Alice into encrypting her message using key Eve knows, which is this key here. And you must also trick Bob into thinking he is having a conversation with Alice as normal. So if we have a look at what we have in our network, we have this example is Alice, and this example is Bob. And if we have a look at the packet of data, we can see that we've got it's going from Alice to Bob. The protocol is encryption, and the application layer is key request. So we'll be making use of that information when we add our new packets. We have a look at the server that we're going to be using. Down here we have Alice's computer, we have a router. The router obviously sends packets of data to the correct computer based on the information contained in the packet. So we've got Bob's computer, and down here we've got Eve's computer. So for this one to work correctly, we need to make sure that Alice and Bob are still communicating with each other, but we are going to spoof one of the packets of data in order for Alice to think that she's still speaking to Bob, even though it's actually going to be Eve. So we need to start off by adding a packet, and this packet we can see sent from Eve. We can't change that, so it's going to come from Alice, and we're sending it to Bob, and we're going to put encryption. For the protocol, and key request for the application type, like so. So that's our first data packet. We're going to add a second data packet. So this one is for Bob and Alice. So Bob and Alice. We're going to use the information that we've been provided. So this one is going to be encryption for the protocol. The type is going to be key response. We're going to use the key that we were provided. So that's this one here. So we'll add that one. If I play the simulator a second so we can see what's going on, we've got Alice, Bob, encryption, and key request. So our data is coming from Alice, going to the router, and arriving at Bob. So we're going to add one more. Here we've got our key response, and our key is this number here. So for the third packet of data, we're going to have it come from Alice, and it's going to go to Bob. The protocol is going to be encryption. So that's this one here, encryption. And the type this time is going to be message. And then we're going to make use of this response key here. Click apply. So we've got 3 packets that we're going to send through our network in order for Alice encrypting her message with Eve's key, and Bob will still be able to read the message by encrypting it with his key. So we've got 1 Alice to Bob, Bob to Alice, and then finally Alice to Bob. Okay, so I'm going to restart and then click 1, 2, and 3. So the idea is that we can spoof messages either from Alice or Bob, depending on how we've set up our data packets. And there we go. Well done. We've completed the man in the middle. If you like this video, please like and subscribe so I can create more interesting videos. In the next video in this series, we will look at the censorship simulator. Bye for now.